let's just get on with it. I am excited. I want to play more because I don't get much stream time. So we need to get into it. Rest at your tent while the team attempts a loom gate repair. Yes, so we might get the loom gate running tonight, which I guess is probably going to help us get into the middle of the expedition areas quicker, which would be pretty cool. Just checked. Looks good on mobile as well. Fantastic. Carbo is here, but she's doing some video editing for one of her own projects. Well, tell Carbo I wish her the best of luck in her video editing. I hope it goes well. Talk to everybody! No more talky for her. I expect this game probably expects you to jump into a lot of expeditions, one after the other. I would be surprised if all the characters had new talking lines in between every expedition. So there might be times when we go around and there are no new conversations to have, which is fine, because that means we can just get on with more gameplay. Ooh, cool thing about Lane. Actually, the voice actress for Lane is somebody I follow on TikTok, and I had no idea that this person was the voice actress for TikTok until I was on TikTok and I swiped and the video popped up from this person saying, hey, I'm a voice actor for this person. I'm super excited. So I just want to get the person's name so I just think it's really cool. Like, I'm already following this person. They are Robin Holdaway. They have a very interesting TikTok as well. I'd thoroughly recommend you go and follow them and check out their videos. They have lots of interesting things. I won't spoil anything, just go and check them out. You come across them quite a lot and you recognize their voice from somewhere but couldn't place it until you saw... We're the same person, aren't we, Sprout? Carbo's onto something, honestly. Fantastic. Right, on with this. There's no more talking there. I was very excited when I was like, oh, somebody who I follow on TikTok is actually a voice actor for this person. Amazing. We are the same. Right. I mean, it does say rest at the tent, so that would indicate there's nothing new to do right now. So let's just rest at the tent. Sleep. Something I wish I could do all the time. I get no sleep every day. Sleeping cutscene.
Aurea, how's it going?
Bryn, you're awake. We're making progress over here.
Oh yes.
Careful with that.
Ori and the gang are out doing something.
No one came back to camp, did they? Is the rest of the band still with you?
Well, Bryn is resting.
We're all here. And the leak is just about fixed.
Ooh.
Hey, wait, I just want to talk.
Pretty Limgate. It kind of has the same sort of magical effects as the Strand.
That was incredible.
Hey, couldn't have done it without you.
Actually, we couldn't have done it without Sev. I didn't expect you to have such a deft hand with magical conduits.
I'm not... I mean... We just got lucky it held.
It's too humble.
Not to distract from the victory, but something happened while you were gone. I saw something. Well, someone.
A Hearthsider?
Maybe. The figure was masked and standing at the edge of the camp. I think they were watching me before they disappeared.
How friendly.
If there are people still left in the Enclave, we need to find them. They can tell us what happened here.
Yes. I was just thinking we should chase down the scary masked figure that likes to watch Bryn sleep.
That sounds like he's already aware of the person. No? Am I just putting 2 and 2 together and getting 13? Dam's right. Muse that the survivors could tell us what happened. Maybe I scared the figure off. Speculate that Hearthsiders could be fearful of us. I'm with Sev. Suggest we need to proceed with caution. I mean, yes, caution, but they could be afraid of us.
Hey, even asleep, I am a pretty fearsome presence. Seriously, though.
Yeah, you think he's just being sensible, saying we shouldn't follow creepy, strange people. I mean, good life advice. Generally, life is not a horror movie. You do not follow the creepy, strange people. If you have the heebie-jeebies, you do not be the sole person entering a dark and dangerous room by yourself. Yeah. Don't do that shit.
We just burst through their veil, defeated their massive arc, and powered up their lost enchantments. Wouldn't you be scared of us if you were an Enclave Weaver?
That's actually not a bad point. Friendly or hostile, if there are Hearthsiders, we need to find them.
Agreed.
Very interesting point. If there are people still inside the Veil, inside the Enclave, that means that even if they have access to magic, they haven't been able to repair their own stuff like the Loomgate inside. Which kind of means that they haven't, like they've lost knowledge or magic or technology, and we've come in with stuff that they don't have or knowledge that they don't have and fixed their own stuff. Or that could be not the case at all. Let's find out.
And the good news is, fixing the Loomgate didn't just give us easier access to Glintwood, it expanded our scry's reach.
Yay!
So scries are somehow connected to the Enclave's tapestry.
Every scry was built here.
This means you not only have access to the Loomgate, but you can safely explore further.
Incidentally, our maps indicate that there is a village beyond the Hollow in a large swathe of wetlands known as Dredger's Mire.
Now that I know that Lane is voice acted by Robin, it's stuck in my head now, which is great. I don't have a problem with that at all. But that wasn't there before I'd made that connection, before I knew. It's fantastic.
Perhaps we'll find our Hearthsider there. Bryn, why don't you brief with Lane before your next expedition?
Sounds good.
After that, it's time to use the Loomgate.
Yeah.
Why didn't you guys return using it yourselves?
We needed to take a key swatch back to camp in order to connect the two. We'll make sure you have a key swatch to connect any other loom gates to this one from now on.
Key swatch? A thing? Okay. Talky? Right. Is there a setting for non-dialogue, like non-conversation subtitles? All. Ooh, Pretty Boy's going to be happy about that, says Carbo. Carbo is not wrong. Pretty Boy is going to be very happy about that. Background subtitles. Enable background? No. That's not what that's not what I was looking for. Autoplay dialogue. We'll leave it off for now. Colorblind settings. That's cool. That's very inclusive. That's very accessible. What else do we have here? I'm going to be really boring and just like look through the game settings. This is a thing I do sometimes. Dear. Auto set quality, sure. DLSS. Frame generation, I mean, we don't seem to need it. I've limited frames to 60 as well to save my GPU, and the VTuber model, so game difficulty. Do we want to turn this up? Nah. Maybe. It's been fairly easy so far once you get the hang of it. Settings stream. I don't. We're going to change it to hard. Sure. This might be a mistake. We'll find out together. Hello, Lane. Talk.
This may sound a bit ridiculous, but the real draw of alchemy for me is how it grants me the ability to help people.
Oh?
Yes. I enjoy my little experiments, I'll admit. I enjoy synthesizing new and wonderful compounds. But mixing an unguent for the urchin girl by the canal with the flea bites on her legs? That was, I felt, a rather more responsible use of my allowance. Of course, the house would have looked down on that. The instruction not to mix with lower classes was implicit, but clear nonetheless. I even used alchemy to disguise myself so I wouldn't be recognized. I wore my hair in a stark white for a time, if you can imagine it.
Did you look silly?
Striking is the word I would use. My patients didn't mention it, and my apothecaries knew better than to make fun of their best customer. Alchemy is the science of change, and while I am happy to explore those changes both within and without myself, well, I think my natural colour suits me fine for now.
I agree.
Might change your mind. You never know.
Exactly.
Right, let's see if there's any more conversations to have first. I guess the big bubble over here means that there is a conversation from Sola.
I hope I'm not prying by bringing this up, but Dharm and Arya told me about your last band.
Yes, her last band sound like a bunch of irresponsible reprobates who put her in unnecessary danger.
Oh. Yeah.
Sounds like it was pretty rough.
It wasn't great, that's for sure. I mean, I gave up everything I knew to become a weaver. And it only took a couple of weeks for me to realize I had chased the wrong caravan out of town. All that band did was drink and fight. I stuck around, thinking I might be able to make a difference if I became point, but Aaron chose someone else to take his place in the end.
Difficult X band. Yes, Sprout. So this isn't her first band. I don't know what they're called. Weaver band? This isn't the first band that she's been a part of, the first caravan that she's been a part of. She had a part before that has briefly come up a few times in the conversation, and one of the first things that you learn very early on at the beginning, which we found in the demo, was in the conversation with Arya, Big Bird Lady. Bryn was saying about how the scry that they use to communicate and keep an eye on her while she's on expeditions and pull her out if she's in danger isn't something that her previous band really used. I mean, Bryn would use it while she's out, but the old point or old whoever was in charge or responsible for that in the previous band never really hung by the scry table to keep an eye on it. Which is bad. Very bad.
You're in better hands now. I promise. Even though I'm sure your last few days with us have been a lot. Do you have any regrets about leaving?
I did have a friend I couldn't say goodbye to. Tell her I have one regret. Yeah, I mean, some people say live with no regrets, but regrets are natural. They're things that we remember that have happened in our history and shape future decisions that we make in our lives.
I did have one friend in the band. Pelagia. She was their enchantress. She was actually the one who convinced Aaron to let me join them. Due to the nature of my departure, I wasn't able to say goodbye. I thought I would send her a letter the next time we stopped in a town.
Then we tumbled through the veil.
Yeah. I don't know what she must think of me.
If she's a true friend, she'll understand.
If she doesn't understand and she thinks badly of Bryn, then she's not worth that friendship.
I hope so. Friends like her are rare.
That's what makes them special.
Right, there's Talky done. Is Talky from Cass? Yes, my favourite. Talk.
So, now that I'm done being frigid and unwelcoming.
Good.
You were only lukewarm.
Sure. How about an icebreaker? To get to know each other better.
Pet that dog in a minute, Sprout. Calm down. I'm assuming that's Carbo. But calm down, Sprout.
Sounds fun. What have you got?
Oh, icebreakers. Nervous sweating intensifies. Ugh.
Simple. If you were a wild animal, what would you be?
Something that hunts in a pack. That was you. How dare I? Well, I mean, you can't blame me for thinking it was Carbo. Something grand and fearsome. Telerabian Ash Peak Drake. I mean, this sounds like a joke. This sounds... Go for the Ash
Easy.
Peak Drake.
Ash Peak Drake.
Mm-hmm. You fancy yourself majestic enough to inspire legends?
More like I'm fiery and driven.
Fine, I can see that.
And yourself? What animal would you be?
An eastern reef crake.
What's that?
A crake? Somehow I pictured fewer tentacles and destroyed ships in your wake.
A kraken?
You're thinking of the big ones. An eastern reef crake is pretty small and harmless. But all crakes are misunderstood. They are incredibly intelligent creatures, and they diligently protect their eggs.
Fun fact, there is an octopus who was trained how to open jars, twist the tops off of jars. However, due to its memory, it had to be retrained all the time because it kept on forgetting the learned skill of how to twist top open a jar. But they are intelligent.
They actually only attack when their nest is under threat. So yeah, I'd be a crake, happily living underwater.
Fair enough. More talk.
Normally, when you crack jokes in the face of dire circumstances, hives start breaking out on my skin.
Oh dear.
Okay.
But when it comes to the masked Hearthsider, you might have a point. He could be scared of us.
Strangers suddenly burst into your home that has been completely isolationist for over 50 years. Yeah.
We are disassembling their enchantments left and right.
You knew it had been trained how to open jars, but not about its forgetfulness. I'm pretty sure I remember reading about forgetfulness. If I'm wrong and somebody else finds out and discovers that I am wrong, then tell me. But yeah, I think I remember reading that I had to be retrained on the regular because it couldn't remember, it couldn't hold on to the learned skill because of its memory, which is very funny, but yeah.
And in the case of their arcs, dismembering.
Besides, who wouldn't quake in their boots at the sight of me? I am about as strapping as they come.
Also, it's just another point on the Sprout and Foss the same person tally.
And here come the hives.
Oh, lovely. And there's nothing from Aurea, so consult with Lane.
Here to brief?
I like to know everything I can before venturing off to a new place.
Smart, sensible, prepared.
Just beyond the forested hills of Glintwood Hollow lies the wetlands known as Dredger's Mire. Much like the Hollow, the Enclave prospected many of the raw materials needed for its ambitious constructs and projects from the mire. Oh, it's no coincidence you found the Ark of the Stricken Earth near a collapsed mine. Likely, it was used for the excavation of minerals and metals before the surge. I believe the natural surroundings of the mire were also rich in resources. The Enclave even settled a small village there known as Poldervale.
Which is where I might find that masked figure that was watching me.
It's possible. Regardless, do you have any questions before you head out?
If the game's going to let me pick from questions, then we have questions. The game lets us pick. Okay. The village sounds pretty remote. Ask for more
What can you
details.
tell me about Poldervale? It seems like it was settled pretty far from their capital.
Indeed. Though, when you take instantaneous travel through loom gates into account, what constitutes a remote village changes.
Valid.
The village was likely settled to facilitate the prospecting of raw materials in the outskirts. Resources farmed here could easily be transported across the Enclave through the use of loom gates.
Sounds like it's mostly uncultivated land. Wonder how dangerous the mire will be.
Apart from the village, it sounds like this is mostly untamed lands. Any expectation that it will be more dangerous than the Hollow?
I would expect so, yes. We've made camp in a way station that's pretty far from Denevron, and the mire yet even more remote. Everything I've read says the deeper into the outskirts of the Enclave one ventures, the more wild and untamed the lands become.
You're saying my battle with the Great Ark might be looking like child's play soon?
Possibly?
Possibly? Question mark? The rest of the band seemed mixed on whether chasing the Hearthsider was a good idea. I asked Lane's opinion.
Some of the others didn't seem so sure we should be trying to track down the masked figure. What do you think?
History demands we find them.
It demands it.
If the masked figure truly is a Hearthsider, their stories and what they've lived through in here would be invaluable to our understanding of the Enclave and of the Surge.
Sounds like I'd better find them then.
That's it. Tell them you'll leave soon.
Thanks for the info, Lane. I think I'm ready to head out.
My pleasure. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. I didn't have the biggest role to play in the Loom Gate's repair. I'm not exactly handy with a hammer.
That's fine.
But watching the band work gave me an idea for a new alchemical project. Its working name is a Loom Shard.
Get there, Sprout. Just remind me in a minute.
A loom shard?
What's a loom shard?
Yes, it's a shard that could draw magic from a Loom Gate and bring you back to camp safely, wherever you are.
Ooh.
How is this different from Aurea pulling me back with the scry?
Unaided, Aurea can only summon enough magic to bring you back safely, not all the valuables you might have collected on your expedition. Because this shard draws magic from the tapestry, it can bring you back safely with all you've gathered.
Ooh.
Thanks, Lane.
Loom Shard. Lane's creation, the Loom Shard, allows Bryn to return to camp from anywhere in the Enclave. It takes time to activate, however, so use with caution. Okay. It's hard not to study a thing in the course of repairing it. Pet that dog! There we go. Just gonna... Just gonna... Just... Pet. Okay. Alright, I'm done. Let's carry on. Let's do game. Ooh, shiny. This is very nice. Travel. Base Camp's Loom Gate allows instant travel to any other Loom Gate you've activated. Look for other Loom Gates around the world and interact with them to create a connection and allow quick return. Okay. Flintwood Hollow. Epic Encounter. I wonder if the Epic Encounter is a one-off or if it respawns, because it did drop crafting resources that we can use for upgrades, and I get the impression this is going to be a very resource heavy game for all of the crafting that you can do. And what's that down the bottom? The 3 out of 5. More exploration is required. I love the shimmery sound effects. Push.
Ready?
Let's do this.
Yeah. Oof. Amazing. Thank you, Sprout. You clipped that, did you? Thank you very much. I love all the audio design in this so far.
First trip through the Loom Gate is a success.
Hooray!
That was so awesome.
It's so awesome! It was pretty cool. Find the path to Dredger's Mire in the Sodden Pass region of Glintwood Hollow. Oh, that's a whole region. So there's the point up there that we haven't explored. And then on the far side of the map, there is the Sodden Pass. Okay. Well, let's see what we can find. Splash. I really hope there's like an upgrade eventually that just lets you one-shot all of these like crates and things. Just to speed up the whole process. It annoys me that it takes more than one hit to break all these things. Oh, 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 oh. Ensnaring blast. Prepare, hold, and tap while targeting the blast to detonate. Right. You there. Hold. Boom. Ow! No, there's an invisible thing. Right. Back to you, oldie ice. Ow! Oh, I forgot I turned the difficulty up. I don't really know what to do in this situation right now. Because there are invisible things here. Come on. Ah, stamina. No. Ooh. Oh, this is hard, actually. You. Stop it. Where are you? There. God, he's annoying. Oh, he's got a buddy as well. I've used all of my healing potions. Stop moving. I said, stop it. Alright. I just got my ass kicked, and those are just normal monsters, so hard looks actually quite hard. We may struggle. Oh, we got a lot for this. Let's have a look. Oof, big oof. Yeah, that was not a fine display of excellent combat skills in this game, but we'll get better. Map. See if we can find the point. Ooh. Yes, we have people up here, and there's 2 of them. Hey, you. Come to me. Smack, smack, smack. Where are you? Here. I do love just being able to pick them up and throw them just right at your feet. You have ranged weapons? Cool, I don't care. Oh. That was a nice parry. Oh. Oh, oh, no, I pushed the wrong button. Come on. Come on. Hit me! Lovely. Okay, parries are very nice. You get increased damage, it stuns them, it's very, very good. Region discovered, that's what we wanted.
What a beautiful view.
Beautiful view? Where? I can't see. I mean, the whole damn thing is beautiful, look at all this. And the music as well.